Why are bees so important? Why do we care? Bees are very important for pollination. They help pollinate 75 to 95% of all plant species. It is estimated that a single bee can pollinate up to 5,000 flowers in a single day. They provide pollination for over 1,200 crops, contributing to our global economy $217 billion a year. 1/3 of our food production relies on bee pollination. This means 1 out of every 3 bites of food are because of our bees. Bee pollination is especially important for our almonds, blueberries, broccoli, cucumbers, and peaches. Bees help maintain a food system that allows for higher quality nutrition. Half of the world's oil, like sunflower oil and coconut oil, depend on our bees. Honeybees alone contribute to $15 billion a year to the U.S. economy through their pollination of fruits, vegetables, nuts, and of course, honey. In addition, by pollinating soybean, alfalfa, and buckwheat, bees also help to feed our livestock. This has a tremendous effect on our meat and dairy industry. We also rely on bees for everyday items, such as cotton. Cotton production, with the help of our bees, generates $100 billion in the U.S. alone. Beeswax is also utilized to make everything from candles to cosmetics. Bees also help pollinate native plant species that maintain diversity, which helps ecosystems in our wild thrive. Ultimately, our bees are vital for the health of our economy and lifestyle. So how do bees help with pollination? Bees have high energy needs. In order to meet their high energy demands, they rely on nectar. Bees have tiny hairs on their body and pollen baskets on their hind legs to collect and store the pollen. As they move from flower to flower, pollen from the male part of the plant, known as the stamen, collects onto the bee's body. Then, as the bee moves into the flower to access the nectar, the pollen on their body is transferred to the female part of the plant, known as the stigma. It can now be fertilized, creating a seed, nut, or fruit. Bees are a special part of the fertilization process because they tend to stick with one plant species. This results in higher rates of overall fertilization. You may wonder, are bees really on the decline? Presence or absence of bees indicate the overall health of an ecosystem. According to the Environmental Protection Agency, the ability of bees to survive winter months has been on the decline since 1990. In 2016, the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Services put 7 species of Hawaii's yellow-faced bees on the endangered species list. Then, in 2017, the rusty patch bumblebee was also added to the endangered species list. This was after an 87% decline was reported since 1990. So what exactly is happening to our bees? It is difficult to pinpoint one factor since there are so many factors that led to their decline. Large-scale farming led to the development of monoculture crops that only focus on one type of crop in order to produce a higher yield. This created a lack of plant biodiversity, leading to less overall nutrition for the bees, resulting in bees with very poor health. Also, transportation of bees across the country to fertilize monocultural crops increased their stress levels, further deteriorating their health. Herbicides, fungicides, and pesticides used on crops also weaken the bees' health. A harmful class of pesticides known as neonicotinoids are a type of pesticide derived from nicotine that have a particularly devastating effect on the bees. These pesticides dissolve in water, so they are often found miles away from the crops due to agricultural runoff. When the runoff contaminates plants bees like, it can result in paralysis or death. Bees can also suffer from sublethal doses that cause the bee to become so disoriented they are unable to find their way back to their hives. So, what can we do? The good news is there are many things you can do to help the bees. You can plant bee-friendly flowers in your garden or in a small window box. Leave a small basin of fresh water out for thirsty bees. Limit or eliminate your use of pesticides, herbicides, and fungicides. Buy local fruits, vegetables, and of course, honey. You can also join a citizen science project, such as the Bumblebee Watch. The Bumblebee Watch is an organization that encourages the public to participate in scientific research by collecting data and collaborating with professional scientists. You can easily join their project by creating an account online and uploading photos of bumblebees in your area. Their website will also provide you with information on how to take good photographs for data, how to identify the type of species you observe, and provide GPS mapping location. The website also provides you with information where certain species can be located, the types of flora they are attracted to, and resources to help you understand how each species is anatomically unique. All the data is then verified by a team of experts so it can be utilized to better understand the bumblebee's ecosystem and conservation needs. There are many other citizen science projects you can join, such as the Great Sunflower Project, NASA Honeybee Net Study, and Bee Hunt. These are just a few fun and easy ways you too can help out our bees for a better future.